Now we're going to stick two special right triangles adjacent to each other, so they're going to share a side. And so it's like a multi-step special right triangle problem. So notice you're going to have one triangle that has at least one side length given, and then you're going to have one triangle with a variable. So we want to start with the triangle where we know at least one of its sides, and then find the remaining sides. So I see on this triangle right here that I know the hypotenuse is 10. So I'm going to redraw that triangle just so you can see what I'm talking about. So I need to figure out this side right here. So if I know the hypotenuse and I'm trying to figure out the leg in a 45, 45, 90 triangle, I'm going to divide the hypotenuse by root 2. So I'm going to do 10 divided by root 2. I have a square root in my denominator, so I'm going to have to rationalize my denominator. I'm going to multiply by that radical in the numerator and the denominator, root 2 over root 2. I've made my fancy 1. So then this will be 10 root 2 over 2, and then 10 divided by 2 reduces to 5, so 5 root 2. So that means that both of these legs are 5 root 2, which means right here this is 5 root 2. So now I know that leg of the purple triangle, and that leg of the purple triangle is the hypotenuse of this pink triangle. So I want to find x, the leg of that right triangle, 45, 45, 90 triangle. So now I know the hypotenuse, and I'm trying to figure out the leg. So when you know the hypotenuse, you're going to divide it by root 2 to get the leg. And here, this one's easier because the root 2's are just going to cancel out. And so I'm left with just 5. So this is 5 and this is 5, which means that x equals 5. Okay, let's work another example. Now with the 30, 60, 90 special right triangle. So I have one triangle where I know one of its side lengths, and I have another triangle where I don't know any of the side lengths, and there's a variable for one of the sides I'm trying to find. So I'm going to start with the one that actually has something to work with. So I have this 30, 60, 90 special right triangle, and I have the side across from the 90. I have the hypotenuse, and the side that matters is this short side, the side that's across from the 30. This is the side that I need to find in order to move forward with this problem. So when you have the hypotenuse and you're trying to find the short side, you're going to take the hypotenuse and divide it by 2. So 5 divided by 2, which is 2.5, or you can just leave it as 5 divided by 2. I'm going to leave it as 5 divided by 2. 5 over 2. And so now that I know that shared side between these two triangles, now I can move forward with this second triangle. So I'm going to redraw that just because I think it's a little bit trickier. That side's 5 over 2. So now in this red triangle, we know the side across from the 60, and we're wanting to end up with the hypotenuse. Well, first I need to find the short side. So if I have the side across from the 60, and I'm trying to figure out the side across from the 30, the short side, this is where I'm going to divide by root 3. Which, dividing by root 3 is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over root 3. So dividing by root 3 and multiplying by 1 over root 3 are the same thing. So this will give me 5 over 2 root 3. So then I'm going to multiply by root 3 over root 3. Kind of running out of room. So that will give me 5 root 3 over 2 times root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3. which then, sorry for this kind of jumbled up messy work, that'll give me 5 root 3 over 6. So now I know the short side is 5 root 3 over 6 because I took the side across from the 60 and divided it by root 3 and then rationalized the denominator. So I got 5 root 3 over 6. And so now to go from the short side, to go from the side across from the 30 to the hypotenuse, which is what I'm trying to do, I'm just going to double it. So 5 root 3 over 6 times 2, which means 5 root 3 over 6 times 2. It's going to give me 10 root 3 over 6, which I can then reduce. 10 over 6 reduces to 5 over 3. So this will be 5 root 3 over 3. So x equals 5 root 3 over 3. Final answer. So to recap what happened in this red triangle. I have the side across from the 60, which is 5 over 2. To go from the side across from the 60 to the short side, I need to divide by root 3. So I took 5 over 2 and divided it by root 3, which dividing it by root 3 is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over root 3. Multiply straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator, gives me 5 over 2 root 3. Can't leave that square root in my denominator, so I'm going to have to rationalize it by multiplying by root 3 over root 3, which gives me 5 root 3 over 2 times 3, which was 6. So that was the short side. And then to get the short, once I have the short side, the side across from 30, and I want to figure out the hypotenuse, I just take the short side and double it. I take the short side and multiply it by 2. 5 root 3 over 6 times 2 gives me 10 root 3 over 6, which reduces to 5 root 3 over 3.